Are you guys proud of me? I put on my eye patches the right way this time. See, I'm always learning. First step, learning how to put on eye masks the right way, and next step will be putting on a winged liner without the use of tape. 2018 is gonna be a big year, everyone. Hello everyone, I'm here today to share with you guys a new video where I am testing out Beauty Guru's favorites, and I have done a bunch of these type of videos in the past before and you guys seem to really like it, and I thought this would be perfect timing because a whole slew of my favorite YouTubers put out their yearly favorites, which are probably up there in my favorite videos that I really enjoy watching. So I thought I would sit down here today and share with you guys some new products that I just recently bought from Sephora that YouTubers made me buy. Now obviously these are not all of the YouTubers that I watch, but a lot of YouTubers I watch their yearly favorites and I'm like, well, I already like all of those. Great. There are a lot of high-end, there are a couple of drugstore products in here as well. I'm excited to test out everything. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Give it a big thumbs up if you do, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on new videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. And without further ado, let's get into this. So I think today I'm going to start out with my eyes, and I'm using an eyeshadow palette that was recommended from Desi, and it is the Kat Von D Metal Matte Mini Eyeshadow Palette. Oh, look at that reflection. The top row is all metals and the bottom row is all mattes. It's a lot of beautiful neutral shades. I love this burgundy shade over here. This shade right, oh my goodness, I need to swatch some of these. They are very creamy. Ooh, look at that shade, guys. Oh my goodness gracious, that is amazing. Okay, let's try a matte shade. I'm gonna try Oak here. Also swatches pretty well. I mean, that's not the be all end all though, because oftentimes anything that I swatch on my hand doesn't always work the same way on my eyes and vice versa. But those colors are really nice, so let's put them on the eyeballs. And I'm going to start by priming my eyes, and I'm actually going to use the ColourPop foundation, I can't talk, concealer today. I've been doing this a lot lately and I really like how it actually blends out and really makes the colors pop, and it doesn't seem to crease for me. I don't know, I really like this. Also, you'll notice that my sleeve is up super high, and that is because my hands are they're very cold. So I'm gonna start with the suede shade right here, and I'm gonna pop that into the crease, sort of like a starter base for me. I'm actually sort of surprised that this one isn't showing up more on my eyes. Usually a shade like this will show up quite significantly on my eyes because I am a little bit on the paler side. But this one, not so much. It's kind of blending in. All right, now I have a little bit of tape on because I'm gonna go in with some of these darker mattes. And the reason I use tape is it just creates a nice crisp line. And also I take off pretty much every single ounce of stickiness. Like, it's barely sticking to my skin. I just like tap it a bunch of times on like clothes or something like that to eliminate the stickiness, because obviously that's not good to have like adhere to your skin super aggressively. So now I'm gonna go in with this shade right here, Velvet. And I'm going to apply that to the outer third of the lid. Don't really know what I'm doing right now. I'm just gonna kind of wing it. And then I'm going to take Oak and kind of deepen up the crease a bit. So far, these shadows are very, very pigmented. I'm just sort of getting into the stage where I'm gonna see if blending is gonna be an issue or not. But in terms of color payoff, it is definitely there, which I'm not super surprised with. The Kat Von D shadows are pretty amazing. Now we're gonna take a big fluffy brush and I'm just going to kind of buff those edges a little bit. And I might take also this suede shade as well and sort of clean up any of those edges and make them nice and gradient. Oh my gosh, these are so pretty. Now I'm gonna take a little bit of this middle shade right here. I'm gonna pop that onto the lid. Again, I don't really know what I'm doing, but I kind of want to test out a whole bunch of different shade ranges. So let's hope this works. Ooh, I like that. That is really, really pretty. Then let's pop a little bit of this Thunderstruck shade into the very inner corner. I almost want to see what happens if I kind of wet this first and see what happens to the texture. I'm surprised how peachy kind of gold it is. It's definitely not as white as it is in pan. It shows up a lot softer on the eyes. It's very pretty. Wasn't what I was expecting. Yeah, I definitely have to say I really like this palette. It blends out so smoothly. I really like the shades. I don't think they're everyone's cup of tea. Like, I don't really know what I would do with this shade, Feather, like at all. But the ones that I did use are beautiful. Now let's go on to mascara, and the one I'm going to be testing out today is a recommendation from Laura Lee, and it is the Dior Show Pump in Volume Mascara. And this is supposed to be a super volumizing squeezable mascara. What does that even mean? Is it like, do I squeeze the bottom? Now I'm curious. Oh, it is squeezable. I don't know what this is doing. when I squeeze it. Sephora's website says that the mascara's squeezable tube keeps the formula soft and fresh and keeps the brush fully loaded with like a ton of mascara, so you get like a lot of volume all at once. That sounds exactly like a mascara that is up my alley. And she had mentioned a couple in her yearly roundup of favorites that I also really liked, so I thought, you know, this is one I haven't tried, so let's give it a go. So you can see the bristles right there. They are very spiky and pointy and like the plastic shorter bristles. So there's one coat on the eyes and it looks really pretty. I wouldn't say it's like over the top like crazy amounts of volume, but I have only applied one coat. But my lashes look really good. It was easy to apply. It's a little bit more of a wetter formula than I'm used to, but still no transfer. I just had to be a little bit more careful when I was applying it because I'm not messing up this eyeshadow. So let's go in with 2 coats. All right, now on to foundation. And the one I'm going to be testing out is the Giorgio Armani Power Fabric Longwear High Cover Foundation. And this was recommended from Kathleen Lights, and her skin always looks amazing. So I was like, well, I'm gonna try that out. So this is supposed to be the highest coverage foundation with the thinnest, lightest texture. So you're not gonna feel like you have anything on your skin. It's supposed to feel like second skin, which sounds amazing. And it can double as an under eye concealer. I don't know if Kathleen Lights had talked about that in the video, but I'm gonna try that. So I got the shade 5 because when I was looking at swatches online, it seemed like this one is the closest match in terms of undertone. A lot of them were either very yellow or very pink. Now Kathleen said that this is a very matte foundation, but it's really going to last on the skin. Oh man, I feel like that was too much in one spot. Just try and blend that down. But anyway, she said that this was a very, very long lasting foundation that works really well in very hot climates. So not that I'm dealing with that right now, looking outside and seeing icicles. It blends really smoothly into the skin and it just seems to sink in, and like you can't really see it on the skin, which is pretty amazing. I'm not used to seeing myself with a matte foundation on. Usually I use it. Why do I always try and talk when I'm trying to blend foundation around my mouth? Maybe I should wait until I'm on my cheeks, Rachel. And now I'm gonna try it underneath the eyes, and I'm just gonna mix it in with like a little bit of my ColourPop concealer because I feel like the shade by itself will be a little bit too dark. Pop a little bit under there, and then I'm going to blend it out with my ColourPop concealer buffer foundation brush. I don't know what this is. Like, it looks really seamless. I don't know how much of it is the ColourPop and how much of it is the Giorgio Armani foundation, but combined together, it looks really flawless. Can you guys see that? All right, now that I have set my makeup, we're gonna go on to the next product, which is actually also a powder, but you'll see what I'm doing in a second. And it is the Kat Von D Locket Brightening Powder, and this was a recommendation of Nicole Guerrero, and she was saying that it just is that extra like pop of brightening underneath the eyes, not so much for setting, but just that last step to really add a flawless finish underneath the eyes. And she's super picky when it comes to powders, so I was like, well, I'm gonna try that. And I chose the shade Petal, which is the lightest one, obviously. And we're just gonna tap some underneath the eyes. Woo, I think that probably was a little bit too much. Let's just dust that away. And I'm just doing one eye first because I just want to see if you can tell the difference in terms of like a brightening effect. Can you guys see anything so far? Okay, I don't know if it's going to pick up on camera at all, but it definitely counteracted a lot of the yellowness that was happening underneath the eyes, which I'm really happy with. I don't think this is something that you're going to be able to notice like right off the bat right away. I think it's going to be more of like a personal thing that you would notice because I see it up close and just looking a little bit more flawless looking. I'm curious to see how this holds up throughout the day, just to see if it's as airbrushed and flawless looking by day's end, but so far it looks really good. All right, now on to the final 2 products, and I know you were wondering, where are all the drugstore products? They are the final 2. And the first product is a matte liquid lipstick, and this is the Pixie by Petra, and this is the Matte Last Liquid Lip, and she was talking about all of the neutral shades as being incredibly pigmented and beautiful and just comfortable matte on the lips. I have 2 of the shades right here. One is Matte Beige and the other one is Pastel Petal. They're both very, very pretty. I don't know which one I want to put on my lips though. Let's just swatch them and then I'll decide. So this is the first one. Whoa, that is no joke. That is Pastel Petal. It is so smooth, guys. The formula, even in just swatching it, I can tell I'm gonna like this. And this one is Matte Beige. And again, also, I really like the applicator actually. It's very flexible. It's very thin tip here and it just seems to cling all of the product to it and just make it easy to apply without being too much. I'm gonna be honest, those are like almost identical, guys. The bottom one, the matte one, is like slightly less pink. I think I'm gonna do the more pinky one today because I feel like it's gonna pick up on some of the colors in my eye look today. And I'm actually pairing this with a gloss, so I'm not really going to be testing it in this video in terms of longevity because obviously the gloss is going to mess with that, but I will test this before the video goes live, so check out the info bar and I'll let you know just in terms of longevity what I was dealing with there. Oh my gosh. It is so smooth. It just glides onto the lips so beautifully, and it's drying down to be a really nice, comfortable matte shade. Like this will definitely be one of those shades that's going to be a go-to for me. I can feel it. So it's almost dry at this point, which hasn't been that long. It's been like 30 seconds, let's be honest. And the feeling isn't like a normal, like really dry, ultra matte lip. Like you can definitely feel it on there, but not an aggressive, like sticky kind of way. Like, I don't know if you guys can see, like, you see what I mean? Like it's just like a slight tackiness to it. I'm gonna let it dry a little bit more and we'll see if it changes. Nope, still got that sort of slight tackiness to it, but it's not obnoxious in any way, and I usually notice these type of things. In terms of transfer proof, let's have some water and see. So you can see right there's like a little bit, like slight right there, which is more almost like lip balmy in appearance, but it doesn't seem to be transferring onto the glass. But check out the info bar below if you're curious on the longevity, but like so far, I am obsessed with this. And lastly, from the gloss, this was talked about by Jaclyn Hill, and it is the L'Oreal Infallible 8-Hour Pro Gloss in the shade Petal. And she was talking about how the formula feels super, super high end, and the shade isn't as frosty as it is in the tube, and it gives almost this nice like golden, transparent, clear, glossy kind of effect. So you can see right there, it is very, very soft. Definitely more of a nice sheen to the lips, which I think will be really pretty. So let's see what it looks like on top of this matte shade. I'm gonna try and, hold on, I could try and talk first. I'm gonna try and focus it more on the inner part of the lip as more of like a pop-o sheen. Ooh, that's really nice. And it pairs really nicely with the matte lip too. Oh, is this layerable at all? Can I put more on? Oh no, that's too much. Hold on. This is definitely one of those glosses where it's less is more, but it's really pretty and definitely not as frosty. Like I would have totally bypassed this because I would have thought, no way, this is gonna be super frosty and obnoxious looking. But when you add it as like more of a pop of sheen to the center of the lips, it does look really nice, but it's like that extra level to a regular sheer gloss because of the little bits of almost like a gold sheen to it. Oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. It's not sticky on the lips at all, but it does feel like it's there, which I think is a good thing. It doesn't feel like it's oily and it's gonna slide all over the place. It feels like it's on my lips and it's going to stay there, which is nice. So there's an up close of the final look, guys, and I have to say, this was really successful. Not that I'm really that surprised. I mean, a roundup of your favorites from the entire year, these better be good. But in terms of a first impression standpoint, they are all amazing. I'm really excited about them. Obviously, we'll see what it looks like. I'm going to go about my day now, and I will check in with you guys at the end of the day. We'll see how everything is wearing. I will see you guys tonight. Hey guys, so it is now the end of the day, and this is the makeup that we are working with today. And I have to say, for the majority of the day, makeup was looking pretty good. By the way, I love this little like black bra strap thing going on. Yeah, that was totally planned. The makeup has entirely worn off around my nose, and that's only because I'm recovering from sniffles, cold situation. You know how it is. It's January. In terms of the rest of the makeup, the lip products held up actually quite well, surprisingly. Like through meals and everything, I could still see the product on. It's obviously worn off by now, but considering there was a gloss on top of a liquid like matte lipstick, held on for a good long time. The foundation unfortunately didn't hold up as well as I was kind of expecting it to. It held up like very well throughout the day, but by, you know, late afternoon or so, it did start to fade like around my nose and on my chin, anywhere that I would tend to get oily, which I was kind of bummed about, but it was beautiful. It looked beautiful all day. And then under the eyes, it's starting to fade a little bit, but it was nice and bright. I do like that powder. It made the whole under eye area look really airbrushed all day, which I'm all about. The mascara I also really like. There's like a little tiny bit underneath the eyes, very, very minuscule amount, and that's also because my lower lashes are just, they're really long, and so the bottom part of my skin constantly touches them. I'd say overall I had a pretty good makeup day. Haha. Love when that happens. Now I'm gonna go downstairs and bake cookies and drink palomas and play video games with Christopher. And that is everything for this video. Give it a thumbs up if you like these whole testing, first impression type of videos. And if there are any other products that you guys want me to test in my next video, leave them in the comment section below. And let me know if you want to see more of these testing beauty gurus favorites type of videos. I really enjoy doing them because obviously these guys test a lot of products too. And so it's fun seeing what products other people are reaching for, because I test a lot of makeup, but I can't test all of it. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on new videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. And that's everything. I hope you guys are having an amazing, amazing week so far, and I'll see you guys all in my next video. Love you, girls. Mwah!